Welcome to our commercial advertising photography class. I'm glad you've joined us. After introducing the selection of lenses, we'll talk about another important concept. That is, the difference between half-frame and full-frame cameras. Modern digital cameras follow the construction of traditional film cameras, but replace the film for imaging with an image sensor that can sense light for imaging, which is often referred to as a CCD or CMOS. However, because of the differences in construction and price, the size of this imaging sensor chip varies. It can be as small as the size of a thumbnail, which is commonly used on the CCD chip of a phone, or it can be as large as the size of a piece of film. Smaller or larger sizes can also be achieved. So in terms of size, the cameras are categorized into half-frame, full-frame, medium-frame, and even large-frame. Different lenses can be used on cameras with different frames. Let's take the half-frame 80D and the full-frame 5-4 as examples. Half-frame cameras can be used with an 18 to 135 mm zoom lens. So we can connect an 18 to 135 mm zoom lens to the 80D camera. Full-frame cameras can be used with a 24 to 105 lens. So we can attach a full-frame 24 to 105 zoom lens to the full-frame camera like 5-4. Also, the 24 to 105 lens can be used on 80D, but the half-frame 18 to 135 mm lens cannot be used on the full-frame 5-4. This may sound a little confusing. We use a sign to determine whether the camera and the lens are compatible. On the body of the camera, there is a red dot mark and a white dot mark on the connector, which corresponds to the red and white dots on the lenses. A half-frame lens has a white dot on it, so it can't be used on full-frame cameras. These three lenses have red dot marks, in which case they can be used on half-frame cameras. Knowing this, there's a new question. That is there a difference if we connect a lens to cameras with different frames? We'll take a look into the differences caused by different cameras through demonstration. From these pictures, we can see that, from the same distance and direction, the full-frame camera shows a complete object, while the half-frame camera can only display part of the object due to a smaller CCD chip, which looks like what we will get using a 70 to 75 mm lens. If we want a complete object in the picture, we can move away from the product to increase the shooting distance, so that the object can be captured in full. This is the difference caused by the frame. In concept, this difference is called equivalent focal length, which is a difference of 1.4 to 1.5 times. That's to say, the real focal length of a half-frame lens is 1.4 to 1.5 times of its labeled focal length. With this in mind, we can use cameras and lenses in a better way. For example, we can increase the focal length by utilizing the equivalent focal length of a half-frame camera to avoid the distortion caused by a wide-angle lens. That's all for today's explanation for the concept of equivalent focal length of the lenses. Hope this class helps you learn more about commercial advertising photography.